Okay, we're going to do a tour of Avatalker AAC's two skill stages, Stage 1 and Stage 2. Let's start with Stage 1. Avatalker AAC Stage 1 is a simple wants and needs level. It allows children who are capable of interacting with a touchscreen to make selections of everyday objects of interest. As you can see here, we have 12 buttons up on the screen. This is just the default. Avatalker AAC can be customized with your own photos, your own phrases, and you can change the size and position of the buttons, each of the buttons that you want to. As you can see here, I'm touching the screen and swiping with my finger left and right so you can go between screens. Also, to the left and right of the screen you have these little navigational arrows. Touch on those and they do the same thing as it would if you were swiping your finger. Left and right, left and right. Alright, now just touching an icon will automatically speak a phrase.
Yes.
Touch another one.
I want to drink.
As you can see up here in the sentence field, anytime you touch a phrase it appears on the left side of the field, and if you touch another phrase it replaces it.
Yes.
Alright, now up here in the upper right hand corner you have three interface buttons. You have the back button. This is what you touch if you want to delete a phrase. You have the keyboard button. You touch that, it brings up your keyboard so you can do some typing. And obviously the speak button, so it will only speak if there's something in the sentence field here. So
I want to eat.
okay, now I'm going to touch the speak button and you'll see it'll say I want to eat.
I want to eat.
Okay. Now let's show you how we can customize Avatalker Stage 1 for your child's needs. Now down here in the toolbar, look in the lower left, I'm touching here. You touch this button, says hold to unlock. It'll bring up your passcode. Now I was able to set a passcode earlier, it's easy. So I'm going to enter my passcode, I'm going to hit submit, and now the settings are unlocked. So if you touch this little settings button right here in the center of the toolbar at the bottom, it'll take you into the settings menu. Let's look at button sizing and spacing. Right here you have button size options for both skill stages, Stage 1 and Stage 2. We're just looking at Stage 1 right now, so right now the default is 12 buttons per screen. So you can see where my finger's here, right here. Let's do 4 buttons per screen just for demonstration purposes. After you select your button size option, you select Done in the lower right of that screen. Now if you want to see what that looks like, you can just hit this cancel button. It'll keep the settings unlocked down here, but allow you to go back and forth between the settings and the stage to see what you've done. Okay, so now you can see we have 4 buttons up on a screen.
I feel sick. No.
Alright, now I'm going to go back into settings by touching the settings button. Going to button size and spacing. I'm going to put it back to the 12 buttons per screen because that's what I like to use for demonstration. Alright, now what I'd like to do is show you how we can create a custom button for your child. Here in the lower right of the toolbar you have the create button and what you have here is the create button interface screen. We're going to choose create edit item right there, and then this drum slider right here, you see what I'm moving with my finger? We are going to put that on favorite phrases Stage 1. Favorite phrases is a category within Stage 2. It shares the same library as does Stage 1. So anything you put in Stage 1 will show up in favorite phrases. Anything you put in favorite phrases will show up in Stage 1. So let's create a button here. We're going to choose photo, and some photos will come up from your photo library. And I'm just going to scroll through here. We have a lot of options. And let's say I want to have a picture of Grandma. Select photo. Yes. Now you can pinch to zoom. See how my fingers are coming closer together? It makes the photo smaller. So you get the photo just about the size you want, and then release, it'll snap to the upper left corner. Take your little crop square here, put it where you want. When you hit done, it crops your photo just how you had it. Now we're going to touch inside this field up here and we're going to name it. We're going to name it Grandma. And I'm going to hit save. Confirm item creation. Are you sure you want to create the item Grandma in the category favorite phrases? Yes. Now I'm going to hit cancel. No, I'm sorry, I'm going to hit settings. I'm going to hit cancel and cancel again. And Grandma is now
Grandma.
in stage 1. Now let's say your child wants to use this new custom button very often in stage 1 and you want to put it toward the front of the order. I'll show you how that's done. We'll go back into settings, hit the settings button in the bottom of the toolbar at the center. Go into manage items right here and you're going to enter the favorite phrases stage 1 category. And you're going to see everything within stage 1 are favorite phrases. We're going to scroll to the bottom and you'll see Grandma is down here. Okay. We're going to hit edit and see this grill icon to the right. If you touch on that, you can drag and drop where you want Grandma to appear in the order. You want to put her first, you can put her first. I'm going to hit done. I'm going to hit done here. I'm going to hit cancel to go back into the stage, and now you can see Grandma is in the beginning.
Grandma.
Okay. Now, there's another way you can customize stage 1. You can hide items and you can delete custom items that you've created. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So the settings are still unlocked. So I'm just going to hit the settings button. We're going to go into manage items. We're going to choose the appropriate category, which is favorite phrases stage 1. Now we've been here before. This is where I moved Grandma to the top of the order. We're going to hit edit. Now Grandma you can delete. See what I did there? See this little red button right there? If you touch that, it'll give you the option to delete. I like that button, so I'm not going to delete it. Alright, now let's say you just want to hide a bunch of buttons. Maybe there's several buttons on here that you don't need. All you have to do is select them and see this little check mark? That means it's going to be hidden and it's not going to show up. I'm going to demonstrate this for drama's sake by hiding everything but Grandma. Some children are only capable of making 1 or 2 selections, and a lot of them will have just a simple switch that will have a pre-recorded voice that they use as assistive technology in classrooms. You can do that same kind of thing here. Alright, so now I've hidden everything but Grandma. I'm going to hit done. But let's say you want a bigger button. So go into button size and spacing. We're going to do 2 buttons per screen. Hit done. Cancel. And now you see Grandma's the only button on the screen. You could have 1 button, you could have 2 buttons by hiding buttons and making them bigger.
Grandma.
Okay, so that's how that works. So that's a tour of stage 1. Now we're going to give you a tour of stage 2 and a thorough tour of the settings panels.